Hello lacrosse friends, welcome to the Meridian Center in lovely downtown St Catharines, where the Durham Turfdogs and the Niagara Lock Monsters are playing a CLax game today that has huge playoff implications. The Lock Monsters could be virtually eliminated. The defending champions, that's right, could be out of the playoffs if they don't win this one today. They've been playing much better of late, but the season's still on the line for them. The Durham Turfdogs, a bit of an up and down team. They played very well at stretches. They've had some down stretches. Who's going to come to the fore today? We will see very soon. We're just about ready for the opening face-off in what is going to be a very fun game, I would think, here at the Meridian Center. We're going to take a look at, we're going to flash about and get to our players to watch and starting goalies so you will know, I'm back, hi. And we will get to those in a second, but the key today is going to be probably how well the second half goes. Niagara's played very well in first halves, but Friday night they were crushed in the second half by these Sweekan Demons. And we're going to look at a couple guys where stats don't really tell the story. You won't see a whole lot down there. No points for Scott Gamble, but he is a glue guy, an alternate captain. Just 6 penalty minutes. He is a very, very solid player for the Durham Turfdogs, always making smart plays in the defensive end, helping them to get out of trouble when the other team has the ball. For the Niagara Lock Monsters, a similar guy with a little bit more of an offensive upside, a bit more transition play. John Arnold is a great defensive player for the Lock Monsters. You can see he's got 6 points. He scored. He can actually shoot very well. Last week, a couple of beautiful assists to help them get their first win of the season. A crucial one it was. So, who's going to come to the fore today? Expect some tough defensive play, and we'll have to see who among the offensive guys can make things happen. There's Jesse Guerin and Dylan Goddard and others for Durham. Dylan Lord of Cross, of course, is the hot hand for the Lock Monsters. Cole Murray starting for Durham. He was the defensive player of the week in week 1 of the season when he allowed only 4 goals in Durham's season opening win. At the other end of the floor, we're going to see someone we have not seen in this league yet, Doug Buchan. He has been the third string goalie, but with both of their starting goalies, Zach Boychuk and Connor Danko, being lit up pretty big time on Friday and really struggling, they decided, let's take a shot with Doug Buchan and see how we can do. It will be very interesting to see how Buchan responds to his first start at this level coming out of the junior A level. Will Buchan be able to lead them to a critical win? We'll see. It'll be very interesting how that goes. The standings, as you can see, Southwest actually lost last night, so they're 4-3. Barrie and Oswego sitting at 3-2. Durham at 2-2. Niagara with 4 losses is in danger, as we said, of being knocked out of postseason competition. And this is a big one. But Durham, if Niagara wins, Durham is down in last spot, tied with Niagara. And obviously the head-to-head win is important. The number of goals could really come into play, as that is the first tiebreaker for playoff positions in the Canadian Lacrosse League. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the national anthem and the Turf Dogs at the Lock Monsters. CLax action on JVI Sports Network. All right, now that was a national anthem. That was one of the nicest anthems we have heard this year in the Canadian Lacrosse League. Nicely done, young Alex. We are ready to go here, just seconds away from the opening face-off. As we were talking about, the Niagara Lock Monsters at 1-4. Now, Durham's only played 4 games. They're just halfway through their season. Meanwhile, the Southwest Cyclops, just because of the vagaries of the scheduling system, have played 7 games. So obviously, everyone's still in the playoff mix. Everyone at different stages of their season, as Oswego, Barrie, and Niagara have all played 5 games. So Durham's still trying to feel out some things, work out some kinks. They need to work them out in a hurry because this is a big game for them, as they recognize that they could pretty much knock Niagara out of the playoffs, get the defending champs done. Brian Campbell with the big leap beforehand, and then he draws the face-off back, but it goes to a turf dog. Joe Wasson can't hang on to it. He is mugged by a couple of Niagara Lock Monsters, and they come out with the ball, moving it up the floor. Mitch Dumont gets it up, and now Mike Melnichenko, second overall pick in this year's draft. They're certainly hoping he can bring some offense to them. He's had some trouble with his feet, ankles, but when he is on, he can really dangle like that. What a pass. Shot, though, doesn't get through. Bounces straight back to Justin Pitchell. But his lower little shovel shot misses the net. The shot clock expires. Durham goes back up the other way. Dylan Goddard takes the ball down along the boards. Now he cuts in. There's the man coming out from the corner, and McNulty just missing. He's going to hustle back to the bench. Here comes Brian Campbell, the save by Cole Murray. It got out of between his legs, but didn't roll anywhere in harm. Durham will go back up the other way. Tim Bergen out of the Ottawa area. A real find from the senior B team up the Ottawa, the capital city Axemen. Capital Region Axemen. There's a shot from down tight on the crease. That one's turned aside by Doug Buck, and so far so good, but Jesse Guerin picks off that pass, comes down low. Oh, they almost get the ball up to Dylan Goddard. Didn't quite get through on the pass from John St. John. Here come the Lock Monsters the other way. A really fast pace so far. Ball comes straight to Tainhouse off the backboards. He misses the net. It rolls out. It could get past center. Oh, it was touched by a turf dog, so no over and back. Wondering why Devin Sartor was so casual about scooping it up after across the line. He saw the official signal. Mitch Dumont with it, gets to Sartor. Sartor goes far side. Tainhouse shot. Cole Murray's ready for that one. Tainhouse expected to be a huge offensive boost for Niagara this year. Has really struggled a bit in finding the range. Still brings a lot to the team, but just hasn't put up the numbers you might expect. Everyone battling for it. Corey Fowler going for the ball. Elbow comes up from Scott Gamble into Fowler's face, swings him back, and I think that's why Blair Ferguson is signaling Niagara ball. It's a bit of a loose ball push. Fowler starts with it, goes up top to Dumont. Sartor has it. He and Dustin Gatt almost run into each other. Gatt throws a big pick on McNulty. Gilray tries to pick that one off. It gets back to Sartor. He goes to Gatt, and Gilray recovers. But Gatt still gets the shot off, and then he's flattened. We have a penalty coming. Looks like it's to Eric Schul. Wasn't sure where it was going to be Gatt or Schul getting it. That ball knocked loose. And Bryden Curran comes up with the ball. It will be interference to Schul. He looks a bit flummoxed by the call. Schul's still wondering what he did. He thought he was just running over a man who was trying to catch the ball and finishing his check. Pete Rennie has a word with him. We'll take a look. This is it. He just runs over Gatt, and maybe a little bit late. Oh, it was kind of the two of them colliding with each other. I think Schul feels like he got 2 minutes for winning a battle. Nonetheless, Lock Monsters on the power play. Quick pass down. Nothing for Vredenberg to do with it yet, though. Tainhouse keeps the ball moving. Fowler, hard pass. Shot by Vredenberg. No problem for Cole Murray, who was there. Joe Wasson ran off to pick up his stick and almost cost him as a big shot, but it goes off the crossbar, flies up into the stands. Fowler over to Tainhouse. He'll fire. Shoulder cap save by Murray. Pete Rennie gets it. Tainhouse trying to stop him, so he just flicks it ahead. It's going to be caught, though, by the Lock Monster. Sartor has the ball, goes to Fowler coming down. He'll dip and drive, but he gets stopped. Nice job by Rennie. He's having a strong start to the game. Not the best pass, but he was under a lot of pressure. Here's Radenberg dropping the ball. Gamble had him down low, and now we'll watch him again. There's the cutter and the score. Corey Fowler. Nifty little pass from Radenberg, and Fowler tucks it home. One nothing Niagara after the pretty passing play. Here we see it. You'll see Radenberg going to take the ball and just make a quick little pass to Corey Fowler, cut at exactly the right time. Here we are underway again. Dylan Lord gets the ball, or Cody Ward, sorry, and they're trying to cut back again. Kevin Sullivan couldn't quite catch it. The ball bounces into him. He'd cut through the crease. So that's through the crease call. Durham gets it. Bryden Kern runs up the floor. He'll give it off to McNulty. He's going to head back to his own side of the floor and one pop it down into the corner. We have a penalty coming, illegal substitution against Durham. Their coaches won't be very happy with that one because it wasn't even somebody who was really involved in the play. It was just a late change coming on. Sarter will start with the ball up top as the Durham in-home John St. John makes his way over to the penalty box. For any of you new to the Canadian Lacrosse League, you have to leave the floor via the door, the bench door closest to your goaltender, and come onto the floor by the other one, the door farthest from your goaltender, which means you cannot gain the defensive advantage by substituting. You can't gain the length of the bench. You lose double the length of the bench. There's a shot by Fowler, turned aside again. The shoulder caps of Cole Murray getting a big workout so far. Schul runs Lord into the boards. Sarter takes the pass from Vradenberg. He'll just stroll back out top, nothing doing there. Joe Austin is up on them. There's Lord trying to make the pass across. That ball is knocked away. Schul going to pick it up a bit casually, and Lord is all over him, challenging it. Vradenberg goes in to get it. Gamble's come to help out. It's on the floor. Nicely tucked out of there by Sartor, but he couldn't pick it up. Gamble will just cover it until the 30-second shot clock expires. Durham possession. Just over a minute left in the Durham penalty. They're going to see if they can connect shorthanded. Thomas Hogarth has the ball up in the offensive zone. He is a defensive stalwart for these Turf Dogs, but has shown some nice touch up in the other end of the floor. He spins, cross-handed shoots. Oh, it's a crease call. The ball did get into the net, but someone stepped into the crease before it got across the line. Whether it was Hogarth or Dylan Goddard, I'm not sure. Might get a look at that one again in a minute. Hogarth is back on D and chops on John Arnold. Now the Lock Monsters set up on the power play. Melnichenko down low gets the pass from Fowler. Tober whips it across to Lord, who's going to throw the hard pass. That's picked off, though, by Schul. Schul going to try and split a couple of defenders, loses the ball. Lord gets it. He's coming back 3-on-2. He's going to go all the way himself and score. Fakes the pass across. Nice job of using John Arnold as a decoy, and then just tucks it down past the feet of Cole Murray. Here you can see the shot from earlier, the cross court. Oh, and it does sneak in, but it was Hogarth's arm as he fell to the floor that was in the crease. So good non-goal call. Tough break for Hogarth, as if he could have come down with his arm right underneath him, he would have scored, but may have gotten hurt. Interesting look at the Durham bench. Merrick Thompson standing on the bench helping out with the club. Obviously a terrific player in his day back in the National Lacrosse League. Big battle around midfield. Here is Dylan Goddard with it, gets in all alone. Nice hustle back by Justin Pitchell to make the shot difficult for Goddard, and it's stopped by Doug Buchan, who's perfect so far, other than the one that snuck through while Hogarth's arm was in the crease. Melnichenko with a hard pass across, a little too hard for Connor Daly. He does get it off the boards. He's going to wait now for a pick to come. Melnichenko met by a couple of Turf Dogs, Aaron Brown and Scott Gamble. That's a lot of big, strong man crushing in on him. Goddard picks that one off just in front of Dylan Lord down on the crease line. He's running past Mitch Dumont. Dumont staying with him. Here comes Campbell to help out. Swim move through the two of them, but he is taken to the floor, and Buchan scoops it back into his stick. Here comes Niagara back up the other way. We are about 7 minutes into the first quarter. 2-0 so far for Niagara. Things looking good for the Lock Monsters, who are facing pretty much a do-or-die situation. Fowler with the shot as he's falling. Cole Murray has that one. Jesse Guerin passes it along the boards. John St. John sprints up the floor. He's looking for somebody to pass to, cuts to the middle, still looking to make the pass, throws it a bit too far for Nevin Sullivan. St. John working around again. He's going to let it rip. That one stopped by Buchan. Eventually scooped up by Dumont. He's knocked flat, and it's going to be picked off by Hogarth. Durham's 3-on-4. Oh, and the pass gets away. Hogarth threw it maybe a little bit high. St. John just couldn't pull it down. Here comes Niagara, moving back down the other way. Cody Ward passes it down to the goal line extended. Rolling out is Kevin Sullivan. He tries the shot with one hand. Scott Gamble makes that ineffective. Schul, nice job of picking up on Melnichenko. Melnichenko eventually is going to step into the crease. We're past the halfway point. It's officials break time. We will take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Canadian Lacrosse League action. Here we go again. The Durham Turfdogs with the ball. I'm Steven Stamp bringing you Canadian Lacrosse League action. And it looks like we have a penalty coming immediately to the Niagara Lock Monsters. Not sure what it was, but it was called as soon as ball and play was blown in. Durham gets the extra attacker out, so they're actually 6-on-5. Took them a bit to get someone on. It's going to be a cross-check, illegal cross-check. Blair Ferguson called it immediately. That's on Kevin Sullivan, one of the alternate captains for Niagara. And he, as you could hear, closed the door emphatically of the penalty box. So Durham goes on the power play, hoping to get their first goal of the game. Jesse Guerin's up top to Goddard to McNulty. Those three lefties form quite a combination over on that side. Bergen with a little more size on the right. And Josh Wasson, we haven't seen much of him so far, but he is out there, the other righty on the power play. He's sliding up. Now he's going down to the goal line extended, but instead it's behind the back from Guerin. The goal from Jeff McNulty. Beautiful pass by Guerin, even as he stumbled a bit. And McNulty, we've seen it, so dangerous on that crease. What a great play by Durham to get their first goal of the game, get back within 2-1. Doug Buchan gives up his first Canadian Lacrosse League goal. Infraction on Ward on the faceoff, so Jesse Guerin takes the ball. Guerin gives it off to, no, Guerin gets it from St. John, sorry. Now it goes over to Goddard. There's St. John trying to spin, gives it off. Guerin has a couple of men on him. Ball pops loose. Brian Campbell, a real defensive force for the Lock Monsters. We went with John Arnold as our player to watch because he is a very good defender. Oh, there's the pass up ahead to Cody Ward off the post. It's going to come well back over center. Oh, just gets away from Aaron Brown, and Melnichenko will get it. I was saying John Arnold because he brings a bit more to the game in terms of transition, but Brian Campbell is probably the defensive force for this Lock Monster team. He's shown it so far today. Bergen is going to come up with this one. Sorry, that's Cody Adamson. Gets it across, it bounces away, and they're going to slow things down a little bit with Joe Wasson taking the ball. He throws a hard bounce pass over to the far side. St. John gives it up. Guerin surveying the floor. Adamson, little fake low, rolls across the top and shoots. Buchan smothers it. He's going to make the short pass. Andy Tober coming on the floor looking for the pass, but instead, now he gets it. Pitchell heads to the bench. Connor Daly is looking to see who's coming off the bench to replace him as Dylan Lord takes the pass. It's Scott Johnston. It's my first chance to see Johnston live in a CLax game. He played a couple weeks ago for them, scored 2 goals. Was very impressive at the NLL Combine. Didn't get a chance with an NLL team. Now we've got Dylan Ward mixing it up. He goes to walk away. Pete Rennie is getting all over him. Cole Murray gave him a push. Gamble and Lord got tied up. Rennie gives him another shove. Lord, as you can see, is chatting a bit to whoever's nearby. He tends to stir things up with a fairly constant stream of chatter. Tremendous athletic player. And Pete Rennie is going to the box. We'll see what the calls are. 2 minutes up for Lord already. Here's the last goal by Jeff McNulty. Right on the crease, just finds that spot over the shoulder. And here is the tussle. There you can see them falling. Lord kind of on the back of Gamble, and Rennie comes in to give him a shove.
Come on, Bergie, you fucking little bitch!
Looks like just 2 minutes apiece for the two of them. We're going to have a chat with referee Blair Ferguson about going to the correct hole in the board so we can hear his calls. He went to the other one. We didn't get a chance to hear what he said. They are now announced, though, as they both go up on the board. Here come the Lock Monsters. Campbell with the pass. Not much of a shot there from John Arnold. He is a good shooter, but not in that instance. So Jesse Guerin gets it over to Josh Wasson. No, he still got it. Comes to Goddard. Shoots, scores! Dylan Goddard, who is deadly when given time and space, had plenty of both after taking the pass from Jesse Guerin. He tucks it home. It's 2-2. Durham tying up Niagara with the last 2 goals in a row. Here you see. There's Dylan Goddard taking the pass. He just tucks it inside the far corner. He is an absolute sniper, one of the great all-time scorers in Junior B. But here comes Niagara with 3 players the other way. Dustin Gatt misses after being set up perfectly by Corey Fowler. Jesse Guerin Bryden Curran trying to lay the big hit on Fowler, just kind of fell. Here's Cody Ward. He's going to let it rip. That one bounces off of Hogarth. Back out over center. No over and back, obviously, because it went off the Durham player. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp bringing you CLax action, and it is tied 2-2. Guerin with assists on both of the Durham goals. Shot clock expires. It's reset now as Aaron Brown gets it. Fowler tracking him down. Brown reverses direction, gives it to Tim Bergen. Oh, a big hook and no call. Corey Fowler spun Bergen about halfway around. There's a quick stick attempt. Josh Gilray can't quite tuck it home. Niagara gets the ball back. It's popped loose. Nice hustle. Eventually, Cody Ward comes up with it. Josh Gilray still on him. Matt Giles and the Durham coaches screaming at the officials, probably still about that hook that wasn't called. fresh 30 for Niagara as they get the ball. Mark Vredenberg was flattened on a big check. Still 4-on-4. Now we're 5-on-5 as they come running out of the box. Lord is watched by Rennie. A spin by Vredenberg. He turns and shoots. Cole Murray had to be ready. We've got a penalty coming as Rennie was hit. We're going to have to take a look at that. I didn't see it. Rennie gives a chop to Dylan Lord, and it looks like they might both be going now. Yes, Rennie has earned himself a slash. Dylan Lord and Pete Rennie, who were in there for the last encounter, both going back. Rennie, I'm sure, will get a word from his coaches as he had drawn a penalty. See if we can catch what happens here. No, we're just going to go to them in the box, but Dylan Lord obviously ran over Rennie with the ball nowhere nearby. Rennie took a bit to get up, and as he's going to the box, as they're going off the floor, Rennie lays the whack on Lord. Wasn't even a huge chop. If you're going to take a penalty, you might as well make it worthwhile and really hit him. Anyway, we're back to 4-on-4 lacrosse with a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Tapping it ahead for himself is Mitch Dumont. A little too far. It's going to be Cole Murray picking it up and just niftily tucks it over to Jesse Garrett, who sprints back up the floor. He's got Josh Wasson with him. He's going to go down into the corner to Goddard. Goddard sees the high man, Bergen. Doesn't get the pass through to him. Shot clock expires. Very quick shot. Oh, here comes Tainhouse all alone. Misses the net. Shot clock didn't get changed because Dumont never really possessed the ball. He just knocked it ahead and tapped it. So Durham was still working on their own 30-second clock. That's why that one seemed so quick. Here's Aaron Brown spinning toward the net. Nice moves for the defender. Tries to get the pass through to Adamson. He gets it off the floor eventually, but nothing doing so far. That pass is knocked away by Tainhouse, who's going to head off for a bit of a rest. Melnichenko comes out the other end looking for a pass. Brian Campbell's running it up the floor with Cody Adamson watching him. 35 seconds to go. About a 15-second difference on the shot clock, so they won't be able to wait for one. Cody Ward, watched by St. John. Comes across to Tober. Cody Ward lets it fly. Save right on top of the crease. Scores! John Arnold there to pick up the garbage and tuck it home. That hard shot by Ward just rolling out of the stick of Cole Murray, and John Arnold makes no mistake. You can see how solid John Arnold is as he trots off to the bench. He planted himself in front of the crease. There he comes down the slot. Ward shoots it. Arnold actually had to hop out of the way. And then let's just run that back quickly if we have a chance, because it looked like Arnold was actually standing on the edge of the crease. We're underway. We'll try and get a look at that again in a bit, see if he was on there. But 20 seconds, Murray going to the bench to get an extra attacker, but they make the pass to the crease and lose the ball, so he heads back. Here's the long pass. Fowler fakes the pass himself and goes to the net. Spins back around, hits the cutter. Tainhouse scores! Tainhouse, who's ripped some shots just wide this year, bounces a soft one that finds the back of the net. Placement over power in this case works perfectly. It's 4-2 for the Niagara Lock Monsters. 1.5 seconds to go. You can hear there, 18, that's Tainhouse from 16, Fowler, and 12, John Arnold. And just like that, it's 4-2. Here it is, Fowler makes a nice pass. Tainhouse is covered by the man immediately. Brian Curtin right on him, but he gets the shot off and bounces it through. Are we going to a break, or we have time to just take a peek at the goal before? I want to see if that foot was on the line. It is 4-2 after one quarter for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Here it is. Ward takes the shot. Arnold jumps up. Oh, no, I think. Oh, that's close. It's hard to tell. He looks like he's got some white on the top of his shoe, or on the bottom of the shoe, around the toe of the shoe. So it's hard to tell whether he's on the line or not. I'm going to check with my crew in the booth and see what they think. Thumbs up if you guys think it was a good goal. Thumbs down if you think it was in the crease. We're hearing a thumbs down. We think it was in the crease. So nonetheless, 4-2. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Canadian Lacrosse League action.
Academy of Learning College has identified the gap between education and the stressors of the working world. We develop customized programs for each student at an affordable cost. Students can choose from over 30 diploma and certificate programs offered at any of Academy of Learning College's 17 Ontario-based locations. Simply a better way to learn. Learn more at academyoflearning.com. Fire Monitoring of Canada is the leader in the fire alarm monitoring industry, specializing in the early notification of fire alarm signals to the fire department. Our experienced customer service staff will work closely with you to develop the best solution for your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians are qualified to perform your installation quickly and efficiently. Be sure to choose Fire Monitoring of Canada because saving time saves lives. Visit us at fire-monitoring.com.
Welcome back to Cross Friends Lacrosse League action. I am Stephen Stamp bringing you this battle between the Durham Turfdogs and the home Niagara Lock Monsters. Cody Ward gets awarded the ball off the face-off, but Jesse Gearin, Bryden Curran comes up with it. Curran backpedaling, gives it to John St. John. He's going to go across to the far side. Tim Bergen looked like he wanted to shoot. Now he'll let it fly. That one comes straight back to him. He's immediately picked up by Pitchell. The underhand shot by St. John swallowed up by Doug Buchan, who's looking pretty solid in his first start in CLax. Lock Monsters back up the other way. They move it around. Sullivan with the pass over to Melnichenko. Stutter step, jump shot. Pete Rennie comes to check him on the release. Hogarth has it. He's got Curran sprinting down and goes to the trailer. St. John, shot stopped by Buchan. Nice play by Hogarth to look off. Now Curran steals the ball, spins around, getting away from Scott Johnston. Johnston, just a physical specimen. Really did well on all the physical testing at the NLL Combine. Looked pretty good in the scrimmage there as well. He is looking to prove himself in CLax. Plays for Tuscarora down in the Can-Am League. Durham moving the ball around the top. Wasson over to McNulty. His shot goes off the foot of Kevin Sullivan. Just 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He doesn't even want the ball to get back into play. He's just trying to cover it up. Does it effectively. And Jeff McNulty just carried the ball about halfway across the floor, and Dylan Lord pointing out that should probably be a delay of game penalty. That shot goes off the post. And now we're going to have an illegal substitution call on Niagara. Johnston, who I was just talking about, will come over to serve it. Here's a chance for Durham to get back into this one. Obviously not out of it, just trailing 4-2, but to get right back in the thick of things. Jesse Gearin, fourth in the league in scoring, even though they've only played 4 games with 18 points. He's a real leader out on the floor. He's got Goddard and McNulty with him. Goes over to Bergen on the far side. Wasson is down low. Bergen duck and drive, shoots. What a save by Buchan. No, it's not in. The ref right there in position. Buchan reached back and grabbed it before it could get through. Everybody was watching to see if it would trickle into the net. It did not. Pitchell comes up the other way. Gives it off to Dumont. Scott Campbell hustles off the bench to over and pressure the ball. They throw it way over to the far side to Gatt. Dustin Gatt with Goddard on him. Goddard strips him. Nice play. Goddard showing he can play 2 ways. Couldn't get the pass to the initial man breaking out, so they're going to switch it up, and Pete Rennie will toss the ball over to McNulty, who lobs it back up to Gearin. Gearin been out here for the entire minute of the power play so far, and he's going to cut to the net. Goddard, hard pass across to Wasson, back to Bergen. Back to Goddard, the shot right into the netting of the stick of Doug Buchan. Buchan gives it off to Tober. He's pressured a little bit by Wasson. Gets the ball up, a short hop catch by Arnold. Nice grab by Arnold. Arnold, who has a goal and an assist today. our player to watch for Niagara, getting involved at both ends of the floor. Dumont doing a nice job of racking the ball. He's going to go to the net. Shoots with 7 seconds on the clock. It comes straight out to Tober off the rebound. Niagara gets a reset. John Arnold's going to go take a break, and Dumont will get the ball back. Dumont, not a big scorer, primarily a defensive guy, but certainly his eyes getting big as he saw the lane to the net opening there. Brown trying to dislodge that ball. And it is Goddard that comes up with it. It pops loose. He picks it back up. Never taking his eye off the floor. So he gets it to Nevin Sullivan. Behind the back by Guerin, just wide of the post. It's going to run around the boards and go straight out to Bergen. He'll backpedal. Toss it up to McNulty, who's going to take the long route around over to his side of the floor. And Nevin Sullivan looked like he might hit the man coming late. We're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Bergen lets it rip, scores! Tim Bergen. That is his specialty, rolling off the pick, bouncing the shot between the legs of Doug Buck, and it's 4-3. You can see Buchan got some of that. Oh, that's the save earlier, where he got just enough to slow it down and then reached back and grabbed the ball just before it was able to bounce across the goal line. If he hadn't got that one, we'd be at 4-4 right now. Everybody in going after this faceoff, and eventually it's Brian Campbell that comes out with it. He's going to throw it along the boards. Fowler, watched by John St. John, gets it across. Nice little swim move by Devin Sarter. Gets the shot off. Tainhouse gets that rebound. That's going to go up into the crowd off the back walls. Durham working their way up the floor. Corey Fowler points to Curran to make sure somebody picks him up. They go to the other side instead. Comes down to Curran. Oh, that pass across didn't get through. Tainhouse just flicks it up behind his head. And Melnichenko never saw it, or he might have been sprung for a breakaway. He fights hard to get the ball, eventually gets it, and he's open. The save by Cole Murray, who had to be alert. Now it's picked up by Gilray. He's going to sprint down the floor. He's taking a couple shifts in the offensive zone here. Gilray, one of many players on this Durham Turfdogs team with a Peterborough connection, playing junior A there. As St. John spins and scores. What a shot by John St. John, just getting it out of the stick before his stick was chopped down on by the defensive player. I think it was Corey Fowler on him. Those two have been battling at both ends of the floor, and St. John wins this one to tie it up 4-all. Here you can see it's actually Devin Sarter on him. Gets his stick-to-stick contact, but just a split second too late as St. John lasers one into the top corner. Cody Ward thought he had the ball off the faceoff, didn't. Scooped up. Nice work by Dylan Goddard, and he drives to the net past John Arnold, but Arnold takes a good angle. Goddard's forced wide. Now he spins out. A pick by Schul, shoots just wide on the far side. Josh Wasson tracks it down. They've got a fresh 30. Must have gone off of Buchan, or at least been seen to do so. Guerin will slow it down a little. Wasson waits for Goddard coming, or for St. John. Goddard gets it over to Wasson. He rips it off the leg pad or hand of Buchan. They're right beside each other. Comes back out to Wasson. 4-4. That pass goes to the goaltender, and Buchan throws it up in between Dylan Lord and Andrew Tober, and Tober will just lob it over to Corey Fowler. Fowler watched by Guerin, goes to Lord. Lord hits the cutter, or tries to hit the cutting Fowler, but doesn't connect. It's going to come back up top to Dumont with 10 seconds to shoot. Lord, duck and drive, 5 to shoot. He's going to look up top and let Dumont just rip one. That one's swallowed up by Cole Murray. We're about a minute away from being into the officials' timeout territory here in the second quarter of this CLax game between the Durham Turfdogs and Niagara Lock Monsters. I'm Stephen Stamp, bringing you this JVI Sports Network production. That ball is loose still. Eventually it's Sarter that knocks it away. He's still having trouble picking it up. chases it down. Certainly took away any chance for a break. Everyone having trouble with that jumping bean of a ball there. It bounces away. Dumont over to Fowler. He shoots. That one seemed to go off of somebody. One of the Durham players comes back out. No, they're going to call over and back, so they're saying it didn't touch anyone, just went wide. Doug Buchan stops it because it was going to roll into his net, and no goalie likes to see that, even if it wouldn't have counted. Durham sets up again. Maybe it would have. I'd have to actually check that. That one shot goes off of Buchan up into the mesh. Interesting. I think the play would be called dead before it rolls into the net, but I'll have to check that with the officials. It's a very interesting call. Nevin Sullivan. There's a moving pick that flattened Kevin Sullivan. He's going to sprint to the bench, and Niagara goes back up the other way. Mitch Dumont with the ball in his stick. Looking down the floor, gets it to Cody Ward. Gonna have a penalty coming now. Again, illegal substitution. And Dylan Lord looking confusedly at the official. But there are 3 officials on the floor, one of whom's primary job is primarily to watch that and see. And they're wondering, let us know who you should think the 3 stars in the game are. The Twitter handles @JVI Video. Tell us your choices for all 3 positions. We will take them into consideration as we are picking our 3 stars in the 4th quarter, late in the game. We're going to go to the officials' timeout once everyone gets an explanation of what happened there. Niagara will be sending a player across. Scott Johnson, the in-home, is going to have to go and serve this penalty again. And Matt Atwood, the head coach of the Niagara Lock Monsters, is pretty curious about why exactly his team was called for an illegal substitution. Dylan Lord may have, judging from where he was on the floor, may have jumped out the middle of the bench, which is illegal. You have to go out the doors so that you can't get away from that chance to, from the rule that prevents you from gaining the length of the bench. So that may have been it. Score 4-4, Durham Turfdogs, Niagara Lock Monsters. Again, I'm Stephen Stamp bringing you this Canadian Lacrosse League contest on JVI Sports Network. Hey, Johnston makes his way across. He's getting his exercise, just running back and forth from the bench to the penalty box. We've seen a couple now of illegal substitution calls on Niagara. McNulty to Bergen to the cutter gear and quick shot, but saved by Buchan. He was ready for it. Loft pass. Daly's got somebody ahead of him. It's Dumont going to the net. Nice job by Bergen to shove him off into the corner. So Dumont will just take his time and try and kill some of this penalty. Bergen standing on him, tries the wrap check. Dumont gets by him, no problem. He just trots over. He's met by Dylan Goddard. Goddard, who's shown some good acumen in both ends of the floor, but this time Dumont gets away from everybody, goes to the net, shot off the far post. We have a penalty coming to Durham. It's going to be a hold on the cut to the net by Dumont. What a work, what a shift, what a game so far by the alternate captain, Mitch Dumont. As he draws the penalty, you can see right here that his arm is just hooked. So we'll see if it is Tim Bergen on that play right there that got the penalty. It is. So that was the call. Nice job in the booth getting that replay lined up. We are ready to go 4-on-4 for the next minute 14, barring any other penalties. Lots of space to move out there. Tainhouse, thinking shot, has his lane taken away. Nice work by Durham to switch through that pick, not let the shooting lane open. There's a shot by Dumont. As the shooting lane did open on that one, we have a fresh 30 as it went off the shoulder cap of Murray once again. Niagara really looking high on Murray. They must think they've seen something in the tape that suggests he can be beaten over the shoulder, but he is stopping the majority of them so far. They've actually had some success firing down low. Here's Dustin Gatt. He goes mid-level, and Cole Murray turns that one aside. It's picked up by Fowler. He's rolling to the net. Takes a big swack from Scott Gamble. Rolls back out. Fowler's small, but he is very tough, as you can see from the way he just kept playing after the big hit from Gamble. Lord trying to open up some space with the pick. They go to the far side instead. Vredenberg's going to let it fly. Shrug save by Murray. Fresh 30. You got some tired defenders out there for Durham, and it results in a goal. Nice pass across the crease by Corey Fowler, and it is tapped home by Vredenberg. He is becoming a real crease presence for the Niagara Lock Monsters, and right now he's given them a 5-4 lead, and they'll be going on the power play in 6 seconds. So a good time for him to score, because had it come 6 seconds later, it would have negated the power play, as they would have just gone onto it. Look at that pass by Corey Fowler. Throws the pass while he's looking down at the goaltender, drawing Murray's attention. He had to respect that shot because Fowler, one of the most dangerous shooters in the league. Instead, the pass over to Vredenberg. He taps it home for the lead. Ball comes out to Dumont. He'll slow things down. Arnold up to Cody Ward. Ward's heading to the bench, gives it off to Dylan Lord. Uncanny how much those two appear alike out on the floor, with Lord wearing 57, Ward wearing 17. So from the side, you just see the 7. And then, oh, what a shot, Brendan Tainhouse. Talked earlier about how he has missed the net a lot on some of his hard rips. Scored one earlier on a softer bounce shot, but that is a laser into the top corner. 6-4 Niagara. Tainhouse getting congratulations from head coach Matt Atwood for this. He's just going to step in. They draw it over. John Arnold goes over to Lord, and Tainhouse, left alone up top, just fires it home. Oh, beautiful, just in off the post. It's 6-4. Nobody able to come up with the ball off the faceoff yet. Ill feelings starting to arise as everyone's going after it. Now Cody Ward gets the ball after it pops out. You can see guys starting to kind of cross-check each other, shove each other, getting impatient for the ball to come out. It eventually does. Pass to the late man coming. Kevin Sullivan misses the net. That's going to go over and back. It'll be Denver possession. Blair Ferguson tosses it into the corner, where John St. John will trot down to pick it up. We're back to even strength after the power play goal by Tainhouse. McNulty to Wasson. Durham wants to get back into, get those 2 goals back, or at least one of them. There's McNulty behind the back. St. John looking for a spot, nothing there. Tries to hit the cutter. McNulty can't catch it. Gets away from Gilray momentarily, but he gets it back. But Kevin Sullivan all over him. And now Gilray kind of pulls Sullivan into the boards with him. They're still mixing it up even though the ball is halfway up the floor. Here comes Johnston. He has his stick checked by St. John, who passes up to Dylan Goddard. There's Gearin cutting down. He gets the pass. He's looking for trail man. Hits the runner. Stopped by Buchan on the Aaron Brown shot. Goes up to Scott Johnston. He passes across just a little too far for Dylan Lord. It comes out to Connor Daly. Johnston will head off the floor for a replacement. Daly passes it back to Vredenberg. Lord ducks down low, looking for the shovel pass to Arnold. Just stopped there by Cole Murray. Lord loves that little shovel pass. It worked effectively that time. Here comes the man off the bench. But Adamson can't get it to Bergen. So he's just going to spin around himself. He's still holding on to the ball. Durham's making some changes. Now he gives it up to Bergen. Adamson will go and try and set a pick. Gearin takes the pass. Goes back to Bergen up top. Gearin takes it back. Oh, Vredenberg falls. And that opens it up for Jesse Gearin. Gearin, who was tied up. It looked like a shaky decision by Bergen at first to pass the ball in, but somehow Gearin caught it. Bergen put it in the perfect spot. Gearin gets it, and Vredenberg just fell to the turf. Gearin, you can watch him. Here's a play earlier with Sullivan tying it up. They're still pushing and shoving. They just keep going now. There's Gearin. He stops. Vredenberg can't. He topples over, and Jesse Gearin's eyes light up as he sees the net open, and he buries it. What a shooter. Jesse Guerin picks a perfect spot, makes it 6-5 with just over 2 minutes here to go in the first half. The Lock Monsters still up by 1 and they have the ball. I'm Steven Stamp bringing you CLax action on JVI Sports Network. Murray, no problem with that shot by Tainhouse down low. Josh Wasson's going to take his time and just trot up the floor. They'll set things up. Goes down into the corner. Gilray bounces it over to Sullivan. Goddard sees a cutter, gets it to him, shoots, scores. Twister by Gilray. Gilray known more for his defense, but a beautiful play there after a great pass by Dylan Goddard. You can see him just slowly rolling up high, waiting for Gilray to get to the perfect spot where he can hit him, and he did right in the mesh. There it is, just as he comes around the check. And then the nice twister by Gilray ties it up 6-6. This is a contest, looking like a contest between two teams fighting for their playoff lives, as it very well is. Oh, a big chop by Wasson, and he takes a cross check from behind. Brian Campbell, both of them let go. They're really letting him play here in the second quarter, at least late in the second quarter. Actually, there's only been 3 penalties here in the second quarter, and 2 of them illegal substitutions. There's a shot by Johnston. That one goes off either the goalie or the post. It's going to be tracked down by Jesse Guerin. Nice hustle, but he drops his stick as he goes to pick it up, so Justin Pitchell gets it. Ball down in the corner. Daly across. Hard shot. Scores. John Arnold. Our player to watch is having quite an offensive day for himself. Talked to Dylan Lord last week. He was saying he likes to help Arnold out. Arnold primarily a defensive guy, but Lord pointing out that he's got a very good, accurate shot. And he showed you right there going over the shoulder of Cole Murray. Here's the pass across. Lord's actually cutting through and may have provided a bit of a screen for the shot by Arnold. But Arnold with the perfect placement puts Niagara back up on top as we head into the final minute at 7-6 Lock Monsters. Arnold's going to come up with the ball as Lock Monsters get possession again. He's tracked down by Kerr and he gives it up quickly, gets it up to Cody Ward. Ward looking to the far side. Now he's just going to step in the middle and try and get a shot off. He's converged upon by Durham Turfdogs, so he passes it off. Dumont gives it up to right to Tober. Tober's got no one to pass to. Now he gets it out to his outlet man. Goes across the far side to Lord. His shot goes a little bit wide with only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. It's over and back. Buchan will pick the ball up. It's going to be Turfdogs' ball. They'll take a timeout with 22.6 seconds remaining. They'll set up Cole Murray making his way to the bench where he will stay as Durham will have 6 attackers hoping to get this tied up as we go to halftime. Pressure will be on Doug Buchan and the Lock Monsters defensive unit. Clancy Almas, the defensive coach, talking to them. Looks like Connor Daly, Kevin Sullivan, Justin Pitchell. You'd imagine Brian Campbell is out there. For Durham, the guys in the huddle, Josh Wasson, Jesse Guerin, Dylan Goddard, Jeff McNulty. There'll be a couple more righties. Mitch Dumont is the 5th Lock Monster defender, as Brian Campbell is indeed out there. Tim Bergen's on the floor, but it actually looks like 4 lefties. They are going 4 lefties, as it's Goddard, St. John, McNulty, and Guerin the lefties, and then Bergen and Wasson the right-handers. So a bit of an overload for Durham, but Wasson, the righty, starts with it, goes over to Bergen. Now they come to Guerin up top. 17 seconds to go. They'll wait for another 10 seconds or so before they move in towards the net. Guerin taking his time. Bergen, 10 seconds. 7 seconds as they get moving. Comes across to Guerin. He's going to hit the cutter to the net. Saved by Buchan. McNulty tried to flip one behind him, but it went off a leg. And it will be 7-6 at the half. Tremendous half of lacrosse action. And the Niagara Lock Monsters, the defending champions, fighting for their playoff lives, hold on to a 7-6 lead as we go to the break. We will take a bit of a break and we'll be back with more CLax action. After this, I'm Stephen Stamp bringing you Canadian Lacrosse League action from the Meridian Centre in St. Catharines on JVI Sports Network.
Lacrosse players, come play like a pro with Junior CLax. Want to play winter box lacrosse in the same great venues as the pros? Well, here's your chance. CLax operates a winter box lacrosse league for kids. Divisions range from U9 to the Prospect Division, or U18. Teams are located in Barrie, Oshawa, Niagara, Six Nations, and Paris, with games being played on the same days as the pros. Be sure you get yourself registered today, as the season starts January 2015. For more information, please visit CanadianLacrosse.com and come play like a pro. St. William's Nursery is Ontario's largest native plant nursery and is committed to biodiversity conservation. We offer a large selection of high-quality trees, shrubs, grasses, wildflower, and seed, all which are grown from a source-identified, wild-collected seed. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual spring public sale. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, all at special wholesale pricing. Visit us at stwilliamsnursery.com for details.
Welcome back, lacrosse fans, to the Meridian Center here in St. Catharines. Let us know who you think should be the 3 stars of this Canadian Lacrosse League game. Tweet at JVI Video with your selections, and we'll take them into account when we are picking them late in the 4th quarter. Heard from Wayne Paddock, of course, involved with the league, did the announcing last night, the entertaining game in Paris, Ontario. He pointed out Corey Fowler, Dylan Lord, Jesse Guerin. Who's the 4th one? He had a 4th one in there. Dylan Goddard as his candidates so far. Pretty good ones. I'd throw John Arnold in there. I think Arnold's been excellent. As he points out, we got to see how the second half plays out. Very tight game. Cody Ward having a pretty strong game. Sprints down behind the Durham bench. Gets between a couple defenders and gives it back to John Arnold. He's going to back up ready for a pass. 5th Niagara player just getting on the floor now. The pass across doesn't get through. Thomas Hogarth knocks it down. He goes to pick up Melnichenko as he was open on the crease. Ward gets the ball, passes it over to Sullivan. That one doesn't get to anybody. Eventually Ward will track it down. He's got to just let it fly with 3 seconds on the shot clock. It doesn't get through. Niagara's first possession of the second half goes for naught, and Johnny St. John heads down the other way. Jesse Guerin with the ball. Bergen to Wasson. So that's Adamson, tried to make the pass back up, didn't get through. 8 seconds for the Turf Dogs to get a shot off. Guerin to Bergen, he's gonna have to let it fly. Stopped by Buchan, no problem. Bergen's bumped aside by Justin Pitchell. Nice awareness by Goddard to see that he could pressure Kevin Sullivan, but Sullivan spins away from the check and sprints up the floor. Goddard stays with him. And it takes about 14 seconds for Niagara to establish the ball in the offensive zone, and now they've still got subs coming out. 10 seconds left to shoot, and Andrew Tober just gets it off. Oh, and they get a great scoring chance from Vredenberg, but Cole Murray turns him aside. Even there you can see Murray going down to his knees with the shot in close from Vredenberg, so you can see why Niagara may feel they can get over the shoulder of Murray, but he has been making some big saves for them. McNulty takes it. There's a shot just a little bit wide from Adamson. Comes away all the way around the boards to Dylan Lord. Bounces away from him, but nobody nearby, so he can pick it up at his leisure. Nice pass across. There's the pass back to Arnold. Back to Lord. Scores. Great ball movement by the Niagara Lock Monsters. And Lord cashes in, making it 8-6 for the home team. Here it is. To Arnold, down to Lord, stays just outside the crease, probably. His toe was closed, but it looked like he was on the outside, and the left foot definitely didn't come down until the ball bounced inside. If there's any question, it was on the right foot, just along the white line. Curran battling for that face-off with Ward. Neither can pull it out. The sticks loosen up, so the ball's got to be free. It's tapped away. Nice job by Campbell. John Arnold just gets position on Bergen, and Buchan flips it behind his back over to Arnold, who sprints up the floor. Makes sure he didn't lose the ball on the check by Bergen. Arnold gives it off to Melnichenko in the corner. He was looking for a pass. He's going to give it to the short man now. Over to Ward. Ward gets a pick. He's going to let it fly. Shrug save by Buchan, by Cole Murray. Now we have a tussle down on the floor. Looks like it's Brendan Tainhouse, I think, on top of the Durham player. We'll see. That passing play starting with Devin Sarter down at the crease on that last goal. Looks like it's Bryden Curran getting up and Brendan Tainhouse. Curran will just hop up and head to the bench, the penalty box. Oh, that's Scott Johnston. Not Tainhouse is involved there. 58, not 18. You can see Curran goes to try and cross-check Johnston, and Johnston just beat him to it. Johnston plows Curran into the turf, and That's a bit of a mismatch physically. Bryden Curran may want to think twice about engaging somebody the size of Scott Johnston next time. Johnson spent quite a bit of time in the box today as he's had to serve as the in-home a couple of illegal substitution penalties for Niagara. Now he'll serve his own penalty at least. 4-on-4 action for the next 2 minutes, barring further penalties, and Corey Fowler will start with the ball up top. He's a little water bug, can really take advantage of the extra space with 4-on-4, so watch out for him. Goes to Tainhouse, bit more of a big bruiser. Those two can work nicely together. Tainhouse gets a pick from Fowler. The roll isn't quite there. Fowler does get it eventually. Hogarth right on him, though. Nice job on the switch. Gamble trying to get his man checked, but the pass across. Ball comes way out. It's going to roll all the way down to Doug Buchan, and we have a turf dog on the floor. Pete, looks like it's Pete Rennie, is down, number 23, on his knees with his head down on the carpet. Trainer is out quickly. Rennie right behind the goal lights there. See what happens. Oh, the shot. I think it might be the stick, actually, of Devin Sarter on the follow-through. Couldn't quite tell on that one, but something caught him in the head. Either the ball or the stick following through. Scott Gamble has taken Rennie's stick over to the bench, and Rennie gets slowly up, making his way back towards the bench. Thought he might just head straight for the dressing room. Looks like he'll go towards the bench and head down the hallway, down the tunnel a bit. Gets a nice round from the fans here. Minute 31 left in the 4-on-4. No further penalties coming. Obviously nothing there, as it was just a shot that happened to catch him in the wrong spot. He's got his bucket off down the hallway. Not looking very comfortable. Hogarth comes up with it. Hits the trailer. Wasson had to catch that one in tight to his body. Kind of ran himself into Brian Campbell. And Rennie's just standing down the hall with his head leaning against the wall. His hand up against his ear. Now he's turned around. Guerin with the ball. Passes over to Bergen. Bergen slips the check. Gets the shot off. Buchan stops it. Brian Campbell comes up with the Lucy. Makes the long pass to Dumont. Bounces off his foot. Oh, it just got away. What a nice little play by John St. John to roll the ball back when he realized he couldn't get it, but that pass is too high for him. There was some pressure on the pass as Aaron Brown was flattened as he made it. The ball bouncing away from everybody now, so Justin Pitchell will just roll it across the floor to Mitch Dumont. Smart play. Are they going to make it across in time? They do, just in time to beat the 10-second count. Lord with the pass to Tober. He tucks it away and waits for his teammates to get out there with him. 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Lord with it. Going one-on-one. Makes the pass across to Arnold. Those two work so well together. Arnold almost had another one. Going for the hat trick today. Now Vredenberg's going to go off. Not sure why he didn't just wait for the last 5 seconds of the 30-second clock. Maybe he didn't want to get caught having to go back on D when he was already tired. In which case, good play. Joe Wasson heads off and gets a tap in the back from the official. There's the pass to the cutting Guerin. Doesn't connect. Goddard gets it back, goes off the crossbar. It's going to be up into the mesh. Durham will retain possession. Jesse Guerin heads to the bench, and Jeff McNulty takes his spot. We're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. McNulty to Goddard. Duck and drive by Bergen. He loves that move. Now he's going to go the straight overhand, stopped by Buchan. He can't pull it into his crease, so it is battled for out there. Cody Adamson gets shoved aside by Scott Johnson. He gives Johnson a push from behind into the pile, but it's Andy Tober eventually that comes up with it. There's the long outlet pass. Ward to Lord. That was Arnold to Lord. John St. John all over him. No, Bryden Curran, I'm sorry. And Lord slips them both, but then actually runs into Eric Schul. Don't think he realized if he'd gone to his right there, he had an open lane to the net. He's going to battle his way back out. 5 seconds to shoot as he gets it to Fowler. Fowler's somehow gets away. That shot goes off the face of Eric Schul. He's fine. Pete Rennie, meanwhile, still down the hall with his helmet off, looking a lot more comfortable now, though, as he gets a drink of water. Long pass doesn't connect with Dumont. It's going to bounce out off the chest of St. John. He's watched by Melnichenko, who tumbles into the boards. St. John throws it up to Nevin Sullivan. Sullivan almost had a streaking player cutting to the net, Josh Gilray. Instead, he goes to the trailer, Wasson. Fowler gets his stick on the shot, and it rolls harmlessly into the corner. Wasson comes up with it, down to Gilray. Josh Gilray having a strong game for the Turf Dogs. There's the pass down to the goal line extend, and now rolling up high is Guerin. St. John tries to open some space. It bounces off of Sarter. Guerin traces it down. Sarter gives him a shove from behind. Clearly loose ball push as the ball hadn't been picked up by Guerin, so he gets possession. They slow it down. Wasson over to the far side to Adamson behind the net. Gets away from McNulty as Buchan may have got the tip of his stick on that one. Fowler picks it up. Bobbles it to himself. He's got Sarter ahead of him. Gets it to him. Beautiful pass. What a goal. Niagara goes up 9-6, and that's a gorgeous pass by Fowler and a nifty little finish by Devin Sarter. It's 9-6. Here it is, Fowler coming down. John St. John doing what he can to take away the passing lane, but Fowler, the perfect angle, and a nice job by Sarter to see St. John's stick flailing at him, just tuck it in a bit until the stick was past him, and then get it back and be able to get the shot off to tuck it through the legs of Murray. Niagara taking charge of this game. They're up 9-6. Bergen wants to change that. He shoots it, misses. Comes out to Sullivan, crosses hands. Stopped by Buchan. Campbell to Sullivan. Over to Lord. Lord faked the pass, lets Cody Ward get off the floor. Wait for the rest of his line to get out there. They've still only got 4 guys on. Now the 5th one comes out. That's John Arnold. He's going to pick up the loose ball. Tober wants to let it rip. Didn't get through. It comes back to him. It bounces away. Josh Wasson, 4-on-2. One goes to the bench. They've got the cutter. The man off the bench gets it. That's Gilray. Backpedals, gives it back to Hogarth. Durham not able to press their advantage there, but they've still got the ball in 15 seconds to get a shot off. Wasson looking to Curran, gets it to him, bounces away, snags it back and tries the sub shot with 9 to go on the shot clock. That'll just run along the boards to Dylan Lord. It was slow to get to him, so Cody Adamson's able to get on it, but now Lord gets in position. He just sprints away, just creates open space. Nice little play by Lord to find that room, but Durham got back and took away the chance effectively. Dustin Gatt gives it off. Lord heads to the bench. Here comes the rest of this line. Dumont over to Tainhouse. Oh, he rips one that goes off the crossbar. May have touched the shoulder of Cole Murray, but definitely off the crossbar. It is 9-6. With the Lock Monsters scoring the last 3 goals, including the only 2 so far here in the second half. We go to the officials' timeout. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be... No, we're not. We're going to show that crossbar, the hard shot by Brendan Tainhouse. He's just going to let it fly. No touch by Cole Murray. It was just pure crossbar, and it was hard off the pipe up into the mesh. It's 9-6. Being the lead for the Niagara Lock Monsters. We have some fun going on in the crowd, and there's Matt Atwood talking to his crew, saying keep up the good work. Niagara's really had their troubles in the second half of games so far, looking pretty good here in the third quarter through the first 8 minutes and 38 seconds of the quarter. Down at the other end, Matt Giles talking to his crew, trying to get across how they are going to battle back into this game. There's Pete Rennie, number 23, just to the left center of your screen with his helmet back on. Looks like he's ready to go, so nice to see that he's okay. Everyone listening intently to what Matt Giles is telling them, the experienced former NLL player for long, successful career he had. And he's been coaching the Peterborough Junior A Lakers for 5 years, named the head of the coaching staff of the year a few years ago for them, bringing his talents here to the Canadian Lacrosse League. He and Matt Atwood engaging in a pretty interesting battle here today, seeing who can get their team to the finish line ahead and in stronger position for a playoff spot. Of course, if Niagara wins today, both teams will be at 2 and 3 tied for the 4th and final playoff spot in the league. Tainhouse rolling out, gives to Fowler. Hogarth gets through the pick of Tainhouse. Now he sets another one. Dumont comes across to Tainhouse. He lets it fly, just misses again. It's going to be over and back. No touch on that one. And again, Tainhouse just not quite finding his range. That one comes all the way back. The 5 Niagara players head back. They do tend to play lines of 5, which has worked very well for them at times. There's the man open, though, on the far side. Off the crossbar. Couldn't quite find the spot, Tim Bergen. St. John gets it, though, and they've got a fresh 30. Bergen gets it back. He's watched by Sarter. Comes across to Dylan Goddard, who lets it fly right away into the belly of Buchan. Tainhouse with the long outlet pass, too far for Dumont. Can he track it down? No, it goes out into the seats. Just over the glass where it's cut down a little bit lower. 2 feet further down, it goes off the boards, and Dumont's able to get it. Instead, Dylan Goddard has the ball for Durham, who trails 9-6. They need to get something going. They've got time, but better sooner than later. Curran over to Gilray. He's going to turn and shoot way up over the net. That'll be over and back, but Fowler's tracking it down, so it won't be called as they play the possession. Almost a nice pass over to Sarter. A little bit low, about the only spot he had to pass it with the defender, trying to take away the lane. And Murray throws it all the way up on one hop to Jesse Gearin at mid-floor. He sees the 2 guys cutting off the bench, goes to McNulty, who tries to get it to Adamson, who was the first one. Didn't quite connect, and Buchan will take his time, just bounce it over to Dumont. Buchan, coming out of junior, making his first semi-pro start here in the Canadian Lacrosse League, looking pretty calm and relaxed as he plays that ball. Oh, there's a play right on top of the crease. Scoring is Cody Ward. Takes a lovely little pass from Corey Fowler. And Corey Fowler has 3 straight assists on goals by Dylan Lord, Devin Sartor, and now Cody Ward. Nancy Almas gives Fowler a pat on the back as well. He might. It's a lovely little pick and roll play. Everyone just vacated from Ward. You can see a turf dog coming over and trying to help out. And now Kevin Croswell was on the floor as they went to start the play. He was just strolling down in front of the bench to get his helmet to put on as he is coming into the game to play net, replacing Cole Murray. And they were actually blowing the face-off in while Croswell was strolling the length of the bench. He and Murray will exchange a fist bump, and Croswell goes in to try and stem the flow of Niagara goals. They have 4 straight and lead 10-6. It was tied at 6-all with just 1:41 to go when Josh Gilray connected for Durham. There was 1:61 to go in the half. But Niagara all about it since then. Hogarth with the big hit, and Pitchell just runs through it. That's a big man hitting him, and Pitchell shows how strong he is. He fights it off. Hogarth comes back. Pitchell makes the pass across to Ward. Ward goes down low. Fowler. Nope, that is Scott Johnston right into the belly of Croswell. He makes his first save. Johnston gets tangled up with somebody, Josh Wasson, down at the other end. They push themselves apart. Here comes Johnson back to check Aaron Brown. Brown hears him coming, gives the ball off to Gearin, and he'll head to the bench. Brown, that is. Gearin gives it to Goddard. Now he's rolling off a slip pick. Goes over to Bergen. Bergen passes to St. John off the tip of his stick, picked up by Melnichenko. One on 3. Now the other guys get out, and Lord takes it. Shot by Tober. Bounces away. Lord tracks it down, bobbles it, sees that he's near center, so he's got to spin the other way. And Schul's all over him. Schul with a bit of a late whack on Lord. There's a shot by Sullivan. He tries to track down his own rebound. Gets there to bang Schul into the board. Schul hangs onto it. That's Pitchell actually tracking down his shot. And a big hit by Brian Campbell coming off the bench. Bit of a blindsider on Schul. Schul saw him just in time to avoid getting flattened. St. John gives it off. Adamson to Gilray. Nice pass to McNulty. He was about a step too far to get a shot off. Guerin takes it, cutting down the slot, but was too far as well. That one bounces high over Campbell. Gets away from a couple of Turf Dogs. Shot clock expires. Here come the Lock Monsters, 3-on-2. Lord with the ball. Looks off his man. Drives to the net. Avoids Croswell as he cuts through the crease and the ball comes back, so Niagara keeps the possession. Lord waiting behind the net, looking for somebody, lobs it way up high to Corey Fowler, who had to go up for it, and Lord's going to head off, let the rest of that line get on the floor. Bounces to near mid-floor. Sarter gets it back to the crease and the goal, Brendan Tainhouse. Nice little passing play between Sarter and Tainhouse. Tainhouse buries it, it's 11-6. Niagara all over the all over the Turf Dogs here in the third quarter. Kevin Croswell, as he is wont to do, strolls out to the corner. You see how quickly Tainhouse takes this shot here. Scott Campbell not sure he should take. As it turns out, it probably should have been Brendan Tainhouse, but he was trying to cover two men. Tainhouse took advantage by stepping in, getting the shot off. It's 11-6. There's a long outlet pass picked off by the Turf Dogs. They come back up the other way. Sullivan takes the pass. He's got Kern with him on this swing. Passes it to him. Looking for the trailer. Spins down low. Dumont on him. Now he's running to the net, but he gets the shot knocked down. Brendan Tainhouse picks it up. He's got the hat trick, and he'll make the long pass to Melnichenko. Nice catch. Drives to the net. Oh, what a save by Croswell. No save on the rebound, though, as Mitch Dumont's left there all alone. What a catch by Mike Melnichenko on that long pass. He is starting to get a feel for this league as he catches the outlet from Tainhouse. Hopefully we can see it all the way from there, because that is a beauty of a catch. Here it comes. The sidearm whip pass by Tainhouse. Look at Melnichenko go down to get it. Gets the shot, saved by the foot of Croswell, but it bounces out to Corey Fowler. I thought it was Dumont on the other side of the crease. It was actually Fowler straight up the slot who caught that one. Now Ward comes up with the faceoff. It's 12-6, and Niagara has absolutely taken control of this game. Kevin Sullivan gives it off to Johnston. Melnichenko bounces away from Sullivan. He gets it back. Pitchell tries to hit Ward, can't do it. The ball's knocked away by Sullivan, though. Niagara gets it back on the turnover. Scott Johnston was looking shot, then tried to make the pass, and it's picked off, goes straight into the basket. Here comes McNulty the other way with that glitter head on his stick. Very shiny. He's going to let it rip with it. Arm save by Buchan. Bergen, couple of moves, gets past the man he intended to, but Guerin's there to back him up. Vredenberg gives him a whack as Bergen shoots. Campbell gets it over to Lord. Lord immediately to Vredenberg. He's got Lord trailing. He's going to shoot, saved by the leg of Croswell. Daly overruns the ball, but he'll be there. Actually, Tober's there to pick it up, even before Vredenberg, before Daly. They slow things down now a bit with Vredenberg in the corner. Arnold looking for Lord. He's covered with Wasson way out on the boards now. Wasson backs away, so they give it to Lord. 15 to shoot. Arnold takes it up top. Down to Dylan Lord. The cutter is Arnold. He hits him. Oh, nice arm save by Croswell. May have been going wide anyway. We had a pretty good angle on it from here. They get it over, and it doesn't quite connect with Lord standing on the crease. Sorry, Arnold. The third quarter expires. What a quarter for the Niagara Lock Monsters. All 5 of the goals in the quarter scored by Niagara. They lead 12-6. I'm Stephen Stamp bringing you JVI Sports Network coverage of the Canadian Lacrosse League. We'll be back with the 4th after this break.
college has identified the gap between education and the stressors of the working world. We develop customized programs for each student at an affordable cost. Students can choose from over 30 diploma and certificate programs offered at any of Academy of Learning College's 17 Ontario-based locations. Simply a better way to learn. Learn more at academyoflearning.com. Fire Monitoring of Canada is the leader in the fire alarm monitoring industry, specializing in the early notification of fire alarm signals to the fire department. Our experienced customer service staff will work closely with you to develop the best solution for your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians are qualified to perform your installation quickly and efficiently. Be sure to choose Fire Monitoring of Canada because saving time saves lives. Visit us at fire-monitoring.com.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We are back underway here in the fourth quarter with the opening face-off of this CLax game. 12-6 in favor of the Niagara Lock Monsters after a 5-0 third quarter. Durham with the ball. They're going to see if they can get back into it. There's a shot by Kern that doesn't get through. It's tracked down by Dustin Gatt. He'll elude the check of McNulty, recover his balance, and then gets flattened by McNulty. The door was open. Niagara needed to close that one. Gearing couldn't quite get it. He was off for a break. Knocks it loose. It's going to be a 10-second count, and Durham will get possession of the ball. Watson throws it across to the far side. Gearing rolling out, seeing who he's got available. Bergen's going to try the duck and drive again. Little toe drag move. Wasson lets it fly. Shoulder save by Bucking off the back boards and over into the Niagara bench. It'll be Durham possession once again. Josh Wasson making his way to the bench. So they're going to get another player on the floor. Bergen cutting, but it's Goddard that gets there first. The pass is low, gets away from him. Oh, quick shot by Goddard on the pass from St. John. Bucking grabs the rebound, brings it back to himself. Devin Sarter sprinting up the floor. He's got Cody Ward down ahead of him. But St. John hustles back to take that one away. Aaron Brown's up high on the defense. Watching Tober. He's got Vredenberg with him. Brown on him. Little pick from Vredenberg. Tober's going to pass over to Dylan Lord. Lord with the pass to Vredenberg, quick stick. Croswell's there, nice movement across. Here comes Durham up the floor. Guerin waiting for the pass, he gets it. Tober on him. Guerin looks for the trailer. Nobody available for a cut, so he just gives it to McNulty. Hogarth is up there. Guerin rolls out of the corner. Tober recedes in his coverage. There's the cutter. Gilray trying to get it through to Hogarth. Didn't quite connect. Those two teammates with the Peterborough Junior A Lakers. Didn't help them in that one, though. It just bounces away from Bergen. 30-second clock about to expire anyway, so Niagara gets the ball. John Arnold heads up the floor. He's 1-on-3. Bounces off of one check from Gamble. Now spins around to the far side. He sees Fowler, can't get it to him. Instead hits Tainhouse, who just goes over the crossbar. Gilray with Tainhouse on top of him and gets it nicely to Gamble, who moves it up to Rennie. Rennie had a man up ahead, but Niagara hustling back to try and take away the angle, so he slows things down. St. John to Goddard. Sidearm whip over to Wasson. That's Joe Wasson. Getting by Tainhouse. Tainhouse ties him up. He lands in the crease. Niagara possession. Play whistled back in. 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Durham unable to make a dent so far in the 6-goal lead. by the Niagara Lock Monsters. Pass across to the middle, and Melnichenko can't catch it. Not even picking the ball up was Cody Ward. He just got it at the end of his mesh and flipped it. Fired it, though. Got something on it on Croswell, but it went a little wide. St. John by one. Oh, goodness gracious, what a goal. John St. John. Been a little snake bit so far this year, but that was perfect. Nobody was stopping that one. And Johnny St. John finds the back of the net to finally break the run of Niagara. Get Durham back on the board. It's 12-7. Here comes the replay, and this is just beautiful. He whips it around his head and the head of Brian Campbell. What a spot. This will show it really nicely how he goes around himself and Campbell and beats Buchan to the far side. That is a perfect shot by John St. John for his third goal of the season here in his third game. Durham comes up with the ball. Goddard hits the cutting man. Oh, what a goal. Cody Adamson takes the pass from Goddard just like that. Two quick goals. They don't even have the first one up on the board yet, and Durham has scored another one. Now the first one goes up. We're going to show a replay of the previous goal to start. John St. John runs off that hit, runs off this hit from Melnichenko, gets Campbell right on top of him, and goes around the other way. And here's Hogarth is going to, it's Adamson. There's Hogarth up top. Adamson just tucking that one in. Past Buchan, it's 12-8. This one's not over yet as Durham trying to battle their way back in. Neither of the faceoff guys can pull it out. Ward rips his stick. Ball doesn't come with it. So Hogarth just scoops it up off the turf. Spins back the other way. Ahead to Adamson. Hogarth. Adamson over to Guerin. Guerin hits McNulty. He gets it back on his offside, but he's looking to pass with 5 seconds to shoot on the clock. Only 3 left. Guerin still has it. He'll roll out and just take one himself. Gets it on Buchan, but it rolls harmlessly out to John Arnold. He throws it ahead to Vredenberg and heads for the bench. Vredenberg had Fowler on the far side, but Pete Rennie out took the passing lane away nicely. Hard shot by Fowler. Swallowed up by Croswell. He's only got the short pass, so he gives it to Gamble, who passes over to Aaron Brown. Brown will head over center, making it across the timeline and with a couple seconds to spare. Gatt shoves him out of the way. Oh, that pass gets away from St. John. He was ready to shoot again. That one's picked up by Fowler. Can anybody catch him? A nice angle by Bergen. Oh, but Bergen miscalculated and Fowler got the shot off as Bergen kind of slowed down thinking he had the angle, and Fowler just sprinted, but the save by Croswell bails him out. Guerin along the boards. Josh Lawson gets it back to the far side. Goddard setting up. Campbell picks him up as he goes to Guerin. Goddard sets a pick. Guerin rolls high off of it. Lawson has to bend down to get the pass. McNulty tried to whip the pass as soon as he got it, but he couldn't get it free. Niagara picks up the ball. That was the buzzer for the 30-second clock, but Niagara already had it, so we're just going the other way continuously. Melnichenko shoots just a bit of it for Croswell. He's turning that one aside. Croswell pretty sharp here in the fourth quarter. There's the pass up to Wasson from Gilray. Josh Wasson, blocked by Melnichenko. Braden Curran. Here's Adamson driving low past Melnichenko. Shot stopped by Buchan. Melnichenko gets the pass. We've got a scrum in the corner. Looks like a bit of a tussle developing here. Referee's in there immediately as the two players go to the ground. Eric Schul's helmet came off in the process. So did the helmet of Justin Pitchell. They get up and studiously ignore each other as they stroll away from the play. Here they are mixing it up in front. Pushes, some shoves. Just needed to see a bit more to see those helmets coming off. There goes Schul to the box. And now Pitchell will make his way as well. They get 2 minutes apiece for roughing. We're going to play 4-on-4 lacrosse. Arnold starting with the ball up top once it's handed to him and play ready to be whistled in. Got just under 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Still a 4-goal lead for Niagara, but Durham with some momentum in the last 2 goals. Oh, what a shot. John Arnold with the hat trick. Dylan Lord has talked about what a good shooter he is. He shows us with a perfect pick right inside the far post. Gets Croswell moving across the crease. Fires it back the other direction. You can see Lord's feet right at the top of the screen there. He is just moving around, trying to create some space for Arnold. And Arnold takes advantage. There's the pass. You can see the shot coming through a bit of a wall of players. I'm not sure Croswell saw that one. It's 13-8. But Goddard gets it, drives in. Oh, tries the little shovel pass shot after the hard fake. But Buchan's ready for it. Here comes Niagara. Daly, pass across high, but what a goal by Cody Ward. He had to go up to catch that one somehow. Got the shot off as he was coming down. Buries it before he steps into the crease. And it's 14-8 for Niagara. The defending champs still in the playoff hunt. Look at this pass by Daly, a little bit high. He tried to just kind of flick it over without telegraphing. Ward goes up and gets it, comes down, fires in one motion. Nice play, it's 14-8. Adamson picks it up off a face-off. Wasson takes the pass from McNulty, goes back to him. It's behind him though, and Fowler's gonna scoot over and get it. He drops the ball as St. John's on him, and Durham gets it. They try and hit the man in front. Wasson can't accept the pass. Actually, here's Wasson coming after Tainhouse, a pair of 18s. Tainhouse off the shoulder, off the crossbar, and it rolls all the way back out. Bounces away from Adamson. Fowler a little slow to pick it up, so Adamson's right on top of him, and he'll get the ball for his effort. We near the officials' timeout break at mid-quarter. And it looks like Niagara will enjoy a 6-goal lead unless somebody can get one here. Brown over to the far side. Shot, stopped. They get it back. Brown makes the pass, doesn't quite connect with St. John. Guerin tracking it down. He is hustling, but it's picked up by Mitch Dumont. Dumont, with 3 orange or green jerseys around him, lobs it over. A nice little play to just throw it to an open spot of the floor where Mike Melnichenko could run onto it. Melnichenko likes those bright shoes. Announcer's best friend goes to the net, misses. One-hand grab by Scott Johnston. Nice little play to get another possession. Actually, they keep the shot clock running. It missed. So they've got 14. Here come the penalized players. We're back to 5-on-5. Niagara takes their time getting an extra man out. Johnston trying to roll off the check. Gets free, shoots, misses the net. Comes straight out. The shot into the belly by Kevin Sullivan. And Croswell will look for his outlet. It's Tim Bergen. Croswell kind of misses on his short pass and bounces it off the wall, but Bergen gets it. Just makes it across the 10-second count line. May have actually been pretty close, but since there was nobody pressuring, they may not have kept the count going. Behind the back shot by Bergen. That one goes off of Buchan. Gilray picks it up. And they'll start the 30-second clock. Bergen quickly across to Guerin. Goddard trying to roll off the check. Diligent work by Brian Campbell. Fake pass, now it comes up to Goddard. He's going to shoot, scores. Dylan Goddard. We saw it earlier how well this kid can shoot, and he rifles that one home. It's 14-9. There's Goddard making his way to the bench. Here's why he's celebrating. He'll pass it off, or receive the pass, just rolls up high. Passes it off, and he's going to get it back right there. Shoots through everybody and buries it just inside the post. Beauty by Dylan Goddard. Tober to Vredenberg. We don't take the officials' time out on a goal, so we're down to about 5.5 minutes. still waiting to take it. There's a shot by Vredenberg that almost got in, but the little shrug save. It was actually on Tober. He and Vredenberg, both very tall men. Nevin Sullivan picks it off, and he's going to draw a penalty as Connor Daly just got all wrapped up around Sullivan and dragged him to the ground. It will be a power play for Niagara when we come back, or for Durham when we come back from this break. In Canadian Lacrosse League action, I'm Steven Stanford, JVI Sports Network. Come back and join us for the last 5.5 minutes. Hi there, remember to tweet us, lacrosse friends, at JVI Video with your choices for the 3 stars of the game. A lot of guys on this Lock Monsters team certainly have to be in consideration. The man with the ball, Jesse Guerin, a factor. He makes the pass down, it's missed on the shot by Jeff McNulty, but it gets back out to them. They've got 7 seconds to shoot as Guerin gets it up top. He'll let it fly. We're going to have a penalty in the crease. Wasson unhappy. He takes a swing at Brian Campbell. Looks like they're both going to go. Wasson. Here's Wasson heading off to the box along with Brian Campbell. So we'll have some 4-on-3 action as Durham was already on the power play. We've actually got 4 Lock Monsters and 4 Turf Dogs on the floor. There should be, there we go. Now John Arnold heads off the floor. They move it around the outside. Lots of space out there. He cuts down low and tries to get the shot off. Gilray is stopped. Buchan will bounce it out. Nice little lob pass, just a bit too high for Sullivan. Pitchell couldn't quite connect. Aaron Brown tracks it down, bounces it out. Is it enough? Yes, it gets to Guerin. Guerin running up the floor. Gilray with it, backpedals away. Decided not to take the shot as they're going to set up. Still 4-on-3, Bergen with it. Still 55 seconds in the advantage. Oh, Guerin's shot off the crossbar. It's going to roll all the way down to Croswell, who sprints out to the restraining line to get it up to Bergen. 5-goal lead for the Lock Monsters. Can Durham sneak back into it? Behind the back, down to McNulty. All kinds of net for Josh Gilray, who taps home his 2nd of the game. Beauty of a play there. A little behind the back pass by Guerin. McNulty, so dangerous as a shooter on the crease, draws Buchan over that makes the pass across. Tapped home by Gilray. It's 14-10. We're going to be 4-on-4 for another 1 minute and 4 seconds. Here you can see the play as Bergen will just pass over to Guerin. McNulty makes the quick pass, and Gilray's got all kinds of space to put this one home. They've actually put that goal up for Niagara. So we're just going to wait while they get that one fixed. Little tackle along the boards as Gatt drags down Bryden Curran. They both get back up and keep shoving out in front. Fowler fighting his way out of the corner. He comes open. Shoot, save by Croswell. That's a nice save. Big hit by Hogarth, but Fowler bounces off it. Will go and get the ball. Gets a fresh 30 seconds. Hits the trailer. Tainhouse, who just misses. We got just a little bit of time to tweet us your 3 stars favorites. We got some that are pretty good calls. It's a tough one to pick today. McNulty gets the ball. He goes up top to Bergen. He's going to he passes it. Shot by Goddard off the post. Aaron Brown rushing in, goes by him as he was the 6th attacker. Croswell is on the bench, and Bergen has to go all the way back down the floor. It'll be a fresh 30 seconds. And Croswell has gone to the back on the floor. Now he's going back to the bench. Here comes the 6th attacker once again. St. John not sure he should go, but he does. They get it to Guerin. He and Bergen playing catch. They go to McNulty. Up to Guerin. Gets it right on the crease. Doesn't quite get through St. John. He bangs it and it goes in. Oh, a play by John St. John. No, they're saying no goal. Saying Niagara ball. Durham's bench is wondering why. I don't know if we're going to get an explanation. Let's see what happened. Is St. John. Oh, this is a great angle. St. John bats it in. Oh, no, it didn't go in. We got to see that one more time if we get a chance. St. John batted it. I think it went off the post and off of Buchan, and then it was a player diving in who knocked it home. You can't bat the ball in while it's in the crease. St. John was outside the crease, so it was okay. Here's Cody Ward. St. John could have batted it in because it was outside the crease, but the diving player had to possess the ball in the mesh of his stick and shoot it into the net. He did not. He just whacked it home, so no goal. Excellent call by the official. Still 14-10. 6 attackers out for Durham, and Buchan gets the ball. They're going to keep Croswell on the bench. Now he comes out. Here comes Niagara back up the other way. Tainhouse Johnston cradling the ball. Holds on to it. Throws it out. Arnold, long pass across to Vredenberg. They've got it in the corner. And we'll have it turned over. Just over a minute left as Lord holds on to the ball with Joe Wasson on him. Wasson goes after Fowler, who runs away from him. Fowler to Gatt. He's cutting to the net. He's going to see if he can get a shot off. No, he's going to throw it back out. They'll count another 6 seconds off the clock. Sartor with it. He's going to let one rip. It's going to be just in time for a reset, but Croswell had it. Looking up the floor. Going to go to the short pass to Josh Wasson. No, he's going to hit the man coming off the bench, Bergen. They need to hurry a bit here. They're down by 4, and Bergen taking his time, running up the floor with 33 seconds to play. He and Guerin play catches back to Bergen. Now he'll shoot. Shoulder cap save by Buchan, and Dumont comes out with it, and Niagara doesn't have to shoot again. Cody Ward will put it in the net, and Jesse Guerin looked like he was thinking about taking a swing at Cody Ward for putting the 15th goal into the net when he could have just run around for another 17 seconds. Guerin made probably the smart decision to just keep his stick to himself, and he takes the long stroll. You can see right here, Guerin not very happy with Ward putting that one in. Ward will go to the face-off circle, where Bryden Curran will battle him for the possession for the last 17 seconds, which will not mean a whole lot in this game, as Niagara has clinched it. A 15-10 win. Both these teams will be 2 and 3. They are tied for the 4th and final position. It's scrummed. The ball may never come out of the face-off circle here. It does eventually. Arnold's going to track it down, but nobody will get there before the buzzer goes. The final score, 15-10 in favor of the Niagara Lock Monsters. They're certainly getting better as the season goes on. These two are tied. Actually, sorry, Niagara's 2 and 4. Durham is 2 and 3. So Niagara's still in last, but certainly improving their position with this win. great weekend of CLax action, 3 games this weekend. There was some real excitement. Friday night, those Sweekin Demons, a huge comeback to beat these Lock Monsters 18-11, putting them behind the 8 ball. Last night, the Barrie Blizzard hanging on for an 8-7 win over the Southwest Cyclops that really improved Barrie's playoff standings. And then today, the Lock Monsters with an outstanding second half to make it 15-10 for them in favor of Niagara over the Durham Turfdogs. A disappointed Turfdogs team making their way down towards their change room. Well, Niagara's got to be pretty pleased with the effort they put out today. So 3 games this weekend, all of them excellent lacrosse. 3 stars of the game. The third star, John Arnold, with the hat trick and a couple of assists. Great game by John Arnold at both ends of the floor. He is really stepping up his game for them. The second star today from the Durham Turfdogs, Jesse Gearin, really leading the way for that Durham team. Don't have the scoring totals available at the moment, but he definitely was a part of pretty much everything they did today. And our first star, so many guys could have been a part of all this, but it is going to be Corey Fowler. An excellent game. That series of 3 straight assists where he set up his teammates to start the third quarter really made a difference in this game. He had a big game. We could have had Dylan Lord. We could have had Dylan Goddard. Number of guys. Brendan Tainhouse with a few goals. Josh Gilray, very good for Durham. A lot of players who played very well. Those are the 3 stars, though. Next weekend, we will have more exciting Canadian Lacrosse League action. Starting on Saturday, February the 28th, Durham at home to the Sweekin Demons in a game Durham is really going to need to win. And then Sunday, March 1st, the Lock Monsters will be back home against the Barrie Blizzard. 2 huge games for playoff implications. Thank you so much for being with us. I am Stephen Stamp on behalf of the entire JVI Sports Network crew. We appreciate you watching today's Canadian Lacrosse League action. We'll see you next time.